welcome in everyone. Let's see. Alex got first and Devin got second. Hopefully you had a good rest of your weekend, and if you're in the States, a good Memorial Day. Yesterday we went to Crazy's coworker's house and had like a barbecue type thing. I mean, it was raining, so inside, you know, we didn't get to hang out outside much. But Fantasy was excited because this coworker of Crazy's has goats and chickens and a donkey and cows, and she got to feed all the tiny animals, and she was living her best life out there with it. We are starting the Natural History Museum today. I honestly didn't know which big one I wanted to do next, but Sunday Wargaming was like, you should do the Natural History Museum. The cross stitch one. Okay. I think this is the one where I do cross stitch for 15 minutes because it's a low. Yep. Okay. It won't be much because I went back to order the thing that would help me like mark like a magnet board. It would help me mark where on the cross stitch I was, like on the pattern. And they were sold out. And I've been trying to look different places for other ones, and I have not been succeeding. So, not without paying like a crazy amount of money. Like, I don't want to pay $30 for a little magnet board. I'm probably gonna wind up just going to like uh Target or something and buying like a little board that's meant to hold like magnets and just putting this on it. But yes, I believe we were doing, yeah, the E's. Yep, E's, backward E's. Let's see, I can do, I think it's this. If I remember how to do it right in Suribot. Yep, there we go. Because otherwise, I lose track of time. I'm horrible at time. But hopefully, everybody's, like I said, having a good day. And I think it's mainly because when you, like, the first couple colors, it becomes kind of harder to do, or is harder to do, because you don't have markers, like, to guide you. Okay. 3. And then we're 2. Yep, that's right. But yes. I had meant to do some of this, very tired. I feel you, Alex. I've had headaches the last couple days, but it's been raining since like Friday. And I think it's like all the pressure from like the storms that is giving me headaches. I've been able to stave them off so they haven't turned into migraines, which is good, but it's still not, fun. And I've been like runny nose. Because for some reason, even though it's supposed to tamp down the allergies, then for me, it just seems like then there's just a clump of whatever pollen on the ground. Instead, like, it doesn't really go away. However, our cucumbers and watermelon plants have been, just loving this weather. They're growing like crazy. Just a moment. Um, oh, nope. Google says it's spam. Google says it's lace spam. We're not answering that. But yeah, so I don't know. Did get a scratch card earlier on a whim. Normally would buy them at Fridays. Ooh, that's fantastic, Alex. You're on a roll. Okay, that is correct. My stupid body, much like carrots, has trouble regulating temperature. So I have a sweatshirt and sweatpants on, but my hands are like ice cold. But if I turn off the fan, then I'll get too hot. So I have to leave the fan. Yeah, it's a mess. I don't. Well, whoever Lay Spam was, they left a message. I'll check it when the ad break comes around. It's not my child because her number would have popped up, and so would have Crazy's. So I'm not overly concerned about it. Okay, that is correct. It's like my stupid body. Like, I can't regulate my body temperature to save my life. A Gossifer is loose in chat, and I probably like totally butchered that Pokemon's name, but okay, if we go up, we'll get some more E's. Because we were right here, so if we go angle like this. Hello, welcome in. Well, we are technically starting the Natural History Museum today by Lego, but Devin redeemed a redeem where I do cross stitch for 15 minutes. So we have a little bit of that. I got the box open and then we hit the redeem. So we will be working on the Natural History Museum today, starting it. Yeah, I have ones that have me do like diamond art for 10 minutes, or I mean 15 minutes, or cross stitch for 15 minutes. Sometimes it's a good way to kind of break up the stream if you guys want. Or just to mess with me. If you think I'm on a roll, you can be like, ha ha. Now you're not. Yeah, I mean, they don't always get redeemed, but it is a way for you guys to have like some kind of control over the stream because, frankly, I'm one of those. I don't have like the jump scare things or making me eat things I don't like or that are hot or any of that. I pretty much won't do anything I don't want to do. So this gives you guys a little bit of control to, do whatever. I do have it so it can't be redeemed like back to back, but like cooldown wise, but it can, you can still do it. Which I guess I could take off um and just kind of let you guys have free reign, but I'm on the first color, so there's a lot of back and forth checking the pattern. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, space in between. I also have redeems like you can redeem it and then like the whole next stream will be just cross stitch or diamond dart. or you can pick like what I build next from my backlog, or you can choose what game we play on a Sunday. I appreciate the lurk. Thank you so much. I know streaming during the day means that people are at work, and then I just get worky lurkies. But I appreciate them nonetheless. So, minus my difficulties that I could not get my browser to let me uh do like a joint stream with cameras. Did you guys enjoy Sunday and the joint build thing with Wargaming? I mean, we had technical difficulties, but if you don't, are you really streaming? Like, if something doesn't go slightly wrong? Welcome in, Kevin. I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully, you're not getting the days and days of rain like we are, and that you can actually do things in your fields. Oh, and I was able to get a hold of the Harry Potter store and get the address changed on my order. So my headbands are not going to wind up in North Dakota. Let's see, one, two, two, three, four. What song is playing? Okay, apparently it decided to mix my music and Crazy's music together, and we got some weird stuff happening here. I don't listen to country music. There we go. I was like, what am I listening to? But on the bright side of like choosing this as my first color, maybe I'll be able to choose like for my second color something that is a little less all over the place and more grouped together. You know, that'll be the goal anyway. Depending on where we are when I finish this strand of floss, we might change to a different color even though we're not technically done with this color, to something that is more grouped together, and then go back to this. last night I finished the Lucky Bamboo set. Ooh, did you like it? It looks like a nice set. I have looked at it. And to be fair, like my wish list has a million different sets on it. Well, I should say wish list because Lego only lets you put 30 items on a wish list and then you have to start a new one. So I have got like 3. 2 minutes remaining, says City Butt. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get much done in 15 minutes because we're kind of, starting out and we're all over the place. But okay, one on an angle. Yeah, I feel like that with like the bamboo set, or not the bamboo, the botanical set. A lot of time, like when it's like one type of flower, there is a bit of tediousness involved because there's only like minor differences between the flowers, or sometimes you build 2 the exact same way or multiple the exact same way. So it is a little tedious, but like the way they reuse pieces in like different ways, like the epaulets and whips and like page boy hats and things like that, it is nice. It's interesting. It's fun, but it does have a bit of tediousness to it. But this, let me turn the page. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I'm hoping if I get close enough with this tree, then I can switch to one of these blues and just kind of do a bunch of that, to keep it going. And we'll get then more like site markers where we can be like, yeah, we're at the right spot because this lines up and this lines up. So I'm hoping that, like I said, as we get to the end of that green, oh, a season set, yeah, yeah. Like I said, they only allow you to do like 30 like things on your wish list. So I wind up having multiple wish lists, and then as I like uh delete things because I got them, I go back and forth between like the different wish lists. So you, when Crazy or the kids are looking for something to get me, they kind of have to go back and forth between the set or between the wish lists to really like decide. Maybe I should make one like small sets and one big sets. I don't know. So I think there's like 33 bags in this set. I'm not sure about stickers. There may or may not be. Oop, here's the instruction packet, so we can open up that. This is the noisy part, and I'm sorry if you don't enjoy the crinkly paper. I know some people don't. Oop, we found bag 1. That's what, like, some people enjoy the crinkly sound. Others are like, oh my god, it grates on my nerves. So this is an unmarked bag. We have one unmarked bag so far. I'm going to put that over there where I won't drop it. And here's our thing of instructions. I'm going to set it aside until I get all the pieces out of this box. Because, you know, it's like a box in a box now because it's a giant set. I try not to, like, move, like, play with the bag too much. Just enough to get it kind of sorted out so I can read the number. And it'll lay, you know, in the pile and not be, like, a mess. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 found. Then 11, 12, 13, and 14. So, there's not more bags, but there is our giant base plate. I will also set that over here. Oh, and then a skinnier base plate. Okay, and then we'll save this one for our empty bags, you know, put our trash in there. So in here, so there is stickers. Well, no, these aren't stickers. These are like banners that you would like maybe hang from the ceiling. It's just one very thick book, like 390 pages, like from start to back. So I don't see any stickers. I just saw those two banner pieces, so hopefully I haven't like dropped or am missing stickers, but I guess we'll kind of have to wait to find out. But let's get the rest of these bags. That's 18. 16. 32. 22. 31. 17. 33. 21. 15. Okay, I should have started this further over. Like my piles, I should say. Stay. $19. Whoop. Sometimes I think I should do this before stream and then you guys don't have to watch me. And then other times I'm like, no, it's all content, right? It's all content. But still I go back and forth. Oh, let's see if I can grab all the rest of the bags and then start to put things back in. 28, 30, 27. Okay. So 27 through 33. Then 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. then I figure about half would be like 16 and 16 because, obviously I keep bag one out. So I can get you the link for the one I bought, if you want. I think the one I have is the same one. Um, Grand Admiral Quack has. Sorry, my brain was like, that thing. Let me see. Oh, Lazy Susan. I think the one I got wasn't very expensive. Of course, it's like, huh? What are you talking about? I just got it not that long ago, so let me see if I can go back and find it. Because I tried typing in like Lazy Susan and turntable, and it was like, huh? What? Ooh, a motorized one. I don't know that I'd need a motorized one because it's really just to move so I don't have to like pick things up when they're like fragile. There's the word I'm looking for. I know I ordered it on Amazon and it's like, what? No, you didn't order anything. So I guess I have three of the four because one came out by itself and then the two came out together. So I guess it's just that last one I need. Yeah, I would show you what I bought or give you the link, but apparently it doesn't want to say it. Amazon says I didn't buy it there. And I know I did. And I know it wasn't like a crazy long time ago. I don't know why I just pulled my keyboard forward. Okay, so we have bag one. We got them all in order. We had one bag unnumbered, the two banner things, and then the two base plates. Says we need this one. So this set is hydrate and lay snickety snack. Thank you, Devin. Um, this set is 4,014 pieces. And technically a modular to go in my town one day. I don't have all the modulars, but I have quite a few. Ooh, which reminds me, I forgot I need to tell Lego that I'm missing that piece from the night bus. Fold these flaps in so they're not all over the place and bring my little box back over for. So I do have a light kit that I got for Christmas to light the A-frame cabin. And I forget that I have it until I start doing something else. And then I'm like, oh, I could have done that. So maybe after we're done with this one and we take like a break before going into the next big one, we can do that. I have a couple of the like fun hole sets that obviously come with the stuff to light them. But and I've done the lighthouse, which was came with the stuff to light it. There's the words. So I did that one, but yeah, I have the kit to light the A-frame. Okay, she does have double face. I think she's our like worker lady, our museum lady. We'll set her over there. But yeah, I do have. It's not by Light My Bricks or anything like that. It's just by something off Amazon. But I do have the pieces or the kit to light the A-frame cabin. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, like I said, that is something we could do, and like I said, I just keep forgetting I have it. It's with all my Lego stuff, and then I just forget about it. I guess because when I think about like what to do next, I'm thinking in terms of like sets, not like kits or things like that. Sometimes though, like I find that sometimes the kits to light the sets are almost as much as the sets were to begin with. And I don't think that's something I can feasibly afford. Like if I have to choose to spend that same amount of money on a new set to build on stream or to light a set I already have, I don't know that you know what I mean? Like the choice is probably most always going to be to get a new set to build. But if I can find good ones that are a little cheaper than some of them on Light My Bricks, then maybe. And I don't look at Light My Bricks for like every set and see what like is comparable. I've looked at it a couple times and was just like, I don't know if I can afford that. And I mean, it's like anybody. Some people have to like base their Lego purchases on what they can afford, which is understandable. I mean, to a certain degree, I do too. Um, I mean, I don't know anybody who's got like an infinite well of money. They could just do whatever, whenever. And I know like Mr. Hurl runs into the issue that like running the wire like under the bricks or things like that, it's sometimes you have to like notch out pieces in the bricks because otherwise you're like pinching the wire. So it's something to think about. Like I watch him and I'm like, oh man, he just seems so frustrated sometimes. And like you may like the outcome, but like you have to weigh like is the frustration of doing it worth like the outcome? Did I tell you how about the armadillo that goes by my backyard? His name is Arnold, but he's wild, but calling my pet because I remember you talking about it in Tuca's on Friday, but I don't like think you told me specifically. So I had a little bit of like a freak out moment yesterday. I got an email like midday from Boy Wonder School saying he hasn't started work for the day. Can you check? So I like double checked. School did officially end on Friday, but I'm still like, it's still in there that he's got two classes this week and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, I am so confused right now. So I emailed his homeroom teacher. I'm just waiting to get an email back. I'm like, how can he have classes and stuff when school ended? But he wound up with straight A's. And I got what they call a STAR test. So it just kind of evaluates their level, like what level they read at and what level they do math at. They basically take a test and it starts out slightly easier. And then the questions keep getting harder until they can't answer them anymore. And they use that to determine at what kind of reading and math level they're at. And so I got his thing today, like the results from it to look at. And he reads and does math at an 11th grade level, and he will be in ninth grade next year. So all I can say is I'm glad we got him into this other program where we can get him into advanced classes instead of him being bored and unchallenged. I mean, he was getting these same results, different, like reading at or math at different levels for what grade he was in for the last couple years. But the public schools he was going to would just kind of like brush it off and be like, okay, it's good to know, but we're not going to like put him in harder classes. We're just going to let it go and not do anything. And then he would be so bored and unchallenged. I posted a picture of the armadillo. Okay, let's see. Open up. Mayan. Uh, Random. Oh, he's a big boy. Let's see if it'll pick this up. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I need to do a thing where like I can show Discord in chat. I need to figure out what picture that is. Like I shouldn't say what picture, what cuz it's not a browser system. I guess it's just display capture or window capture maybe. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Done. Let's pull it down into the. Come on, come down. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get it to do it. I don't know why it's now. Hmm. Okay, fine. We'll put you there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the armadillo. Yeah, he's a big boy. I see so many armadillos on the side of the road. Like in our area, it's crazy. I think I've seen more. I would still be careful, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm cautious about any animal, like, unless it's my own and I'm, like, around it all the time. But yeah, it's nice that he lets you, like, interact with him to a certain degree, but I would still be careful because it is still a wild animal. Do you try to, like, did you, like, look up what they eat or anything and try to feed him, leave food out, whatever? I don't really know. Lettuce. That's why I was like, I'm not quite sure what armadillos eat. Okay, second one. And this. And this. I'm really excited to build this. The little dinosaur display and whatnot. So I'm a nerd and I totally love going to like science museums and all the kind of stuff where you can learn things. But yeah, I figured bugs, but I was like bugs and like lettuce, vegetable, fruits, berries, things they find in the wild. But I was like, I'm not positive, you know. I could be wrong. 4, 5, 6. No, that's 8. 9. So we went to two more places on the farm trail on Saturday. Uh, they were both like more like places you just went in, like farm market stand things, not like you pick or things like that. And I got pickles at both places because I love pickles. But we also got sourdough bread the other day, and I saw Grand Piano posted in Discord as well. The like Grand Piano Lego thing. I think you're supposed to be able to like put your phone up and play music on it. I don't have that one. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just messed up, but that's all right. It's an easy fix. There we go. Okay, so the two that was already there, and then One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Oh, I put one too many on. The piano one looked like a cool set to build and everything, but I don't even think I put it on my wish list. I think I just more appreciated it for what it was and thought I don't want to build that. Like I would build it if I got it, but like I'm not gonna go out and try to purchase it. It was funny. Fantasy School sent out an email, kind of like with all kinds of end of the year information, right? But in it was also, don't forget, you actually do have school this week. You still have to attend. Your attendance still counts. So if you don't show up the whole last week and you go over like your allowed missed days, it could affect you moving to your next grade and things like that. I always said I liked the grand piano set, but I didn't even like put it on my wish list. It was more of like I appreciate it, and I would build it if someone bought it for me. But I didn't like. I wasn't avid about like going out and buying it myself. But it looked like a very nice set, and I think you can set your phone up next to it or something, and the keys will move or something like that. I thought I saw something like that about it. I could be totally wrong. Oh no, I didn't say anything about displaying it with the Bowser set, but I just said like I liked it and like appreciate it for like the Inkish. Oh, okay, I can't say the word today. How like intricate it is and everything, but I didn't have it on like my I want it list. I went back and forth about buying the guitar as well, and I think I wound up never buying it. Thank you for the lurky lurk, Devin. I hope you have a good day too. Okay, so it says these go on these, and you want them next, not facing each other. Okay, so in the corner, we have this and this, and then these two, and then this. you, two. Four, five, 2, 4, 5. Okay. A wild Machoke has appeared in chat. If anybody is interested. Okay, so we already have this part. So the next part is this. Our little sewer grate, water drain grate, whatever. Okay, it says we need 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. So, okay. I was like, ooh, how do I want to do this? Because sometimes they show you putting them in first, and then you go to attach them, and you're like, okay, I pushed them too far through. Now they won't click. But we're not doing that. We're putting it upside down and clicking it into those bricks. So there's not quite as much, worry about that. Then we put this on this part and do that. These last 4, 1 of you and 1 of you. So these are probably extra, but we'll double check. Yep, that was it for bag 1. Now we need bag 2 and this big plate, which is probably going to go like this. We're going to have ads in about 2 minutes. It would be a 3-minute ad break, and then we'll be good for another hour. You can take that break and use it to, stretch your legs, get a drink, get a snack, all the things, or you can stay. If you have a subscription or Turbo, you of course won't actually get ads, but I do try to stop building during the ads, that way nobody misses anything. But yeah, we are heading that way. So we're laying out more of the bottom of the museum on this plate now. Let's see. And this is square, so I don't have to worry about like counting the sides or anything to figure out which side to start on. Each side is the same amount of pegs, so. Well, 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 1. Like I said, I won't add during, or I won't build during the ad break. So, because I don't want you guys to miss anything, and it should be, the ad should be starting soon. God, come on, save us. Oh, there we are. We're in ads. I am going to just listen to that voicemail and make sure it wasn't anything. So I'm going to, you know, mute for a second. Yep, that was definitely spam because I don't have Comcast. Oh, the joys of the spammy spam calls. Usually I do the Google screen your call and I let Google mess with the uh the spammers because it's like, the person you're calling is using Google screen or whatever. Please tell us about what you're calling about. And they'll be like, "Tell me more. What did you say? Huh? Tell me more." And I'll get to mess with the spammers because frankly, I feel like they deserve it. Control this so we don't get in the way, but we get in the way. But me still check won't be no don't want attention not today. No, no way, always falling down out of the dark and into a dream. Follow you faithful, light up the side road. You has returned. Welcome back. So I buy some of my sewing supplies from this lady named Madam Sew. I wonder if she has any like cross stitch stuff. I didn't even think about looking there for that. Oh, they do. Because there's some of the stuff crosses from like quilting to embroidery to cross stitch. Like it's used across multiple crafts, you know? So did you eat it now? Because he left it. Because I feel like if he left it, it's fair game. You know, if he didn't eat it, then then it's fair game. No, they don't really have anything for cross stitch. Not what I was looking for, anyway. Sorry, I was looking at it while we were on ad break, real quick. I made fruit salad yesterday to take with to the barbecue cookout Memorial Day thingy, and I'm wondering how much is really left in the fridge because we brought like half the bowl back home, but honestly, it was like us and then two other people, so I wasn't really expecting it to be like completely eaten, but I would have been okay if it was. Um, but yeah, I'm wondering how much of it is left in the fridge now. Shouted him through before, and he was still fully closed. So I asked if he'd eaten it, and he said, he was like, "Oh crap, I forgot I had it. How did I forget the ice cream, mother? How did I forget the ice cream?" Well, if it didn't wind up like in the fridge or freezer, it's probably a melted mess too. Yeah, like by now it's probably a little melty, messy mess, but that's okay. Okay, so one with a dot, then the other one with a dot would be one, two, three, half. Here, yeah, and here, and then another half, and then one, two. Yeah, it'll freeze again, and then he can have it when it's more solid. I made adult milk shaky Dole Whip things last night. I put peanut butter ice cream and frozen strawberries in the blender with some peanut butter moonshine and made, adult milkshake Dole Whippy things. They are delicious. He was very concerned I was going to put it in the bin. Right? I paid good money for that. You're going to eat it. I know. I was just getting on the kids the other day. Like, I don't mind if when we go out to eat, they get an adult meal versus a kid's meal. What I do mind is when they insist on getting an adult meal and then don't eat it. Like, they only eat a little bit. And when I go, what's going on? Well, I wasn't really hungry. Then why did you get the adult meal? Like, if you weren't really hungry, why not just get the kids' meal? Listen, if I'm not really that hungry, I just get the kids' meal. Like, it doesn't, there's no certain age where you have to get the adult meal or else. I'm so tired of like feeling like I throw away food. Like, like I said before, there's no infinite well of money. Yeah, that's what I did. I made him like take it with, but I'm like, stop doing this. Like, if you're not really that hungry, then just order the kid size meal. It doesn't matter. I don't have a problem either way you do it, but I want you to eat whatever you order. Oh, I'm putting these too soon. I was like, why am I putting these? I have all these other blocks. Like, how am I? Oh, duh. Do those blocks before you do these blocks. Like, we have definitely been out, and sometimes when you're like out in the sun, like for a while, you're not really hungry. Like, you're hungry, but not enough to eat like a whole bunch. I will just order the kids' meal, and I don't care how anybody looks at me. Like, if we were out at the pool and I was like, man, I'm too tired to cook something at home, and I just stop at like the drive through near the house and we get, whatever kind of burgers and fries type stuff, I will order a kid's meal. I'm not going to eat a full meal because my energy is just zapped from being out in the sun all day. I was like, so there is no like age limit. I always find it funny at some of those places that like enforce the age requirement for kids' meals. Like, you're over 12, you can't order it. What does it matter how old I am? I'm not asking you to let me pay for a kid's meal and give me the adult amount of food. Like, no, just give me the kids' portion. I've stopped getting jail food from restaurants unless he's eaten it before because a simple cheeseburger from anywhere other than McDonald's. Right. They're picky about like certain things have to be from certain places or they will only eat it from certain places. I totally get that. I do the same thing. There are just some places we go where I'm like, I'm not getting them anything from here because they won't eat it. So they have this one place I really like it, but the kids, both of them, don't like it. Um, it's called like chicken and beer or whatever. It's kind of like almost like an adult chicken place. They have lots of like TVs with sports games on them, and there's like a bar for like to get alcohol from. But it also just sells fast food chicken. It's like Waldo's chicken and beer or something like that. And so I really like it. They sell like these almost like chicken nuggety things and little cheese muffin things. Oh, it's so good. Now I want it. Um, but the kids don't like the food there. And so I just go through the drive through there and get myself something and crazy and then the kids can eat somewhere else. But yeah, I won't order them anything from there. They don't like the way the chicken is spiced, seasoned, whatever. Which okay, fair enough. You don't have to like every restaurant. But don't ask for things from there. Yeah, there's a Raising Cane's chicken place like Waldo's and Chicken and Beer is here, and if you go up a little bit and turn left and go down the road, just barely down the road, there's a Raising Cane. So I will go to the chicken and waffles place or chicken and beer place and get something for me and crazy, and then I will drive down and around and get them something, and then you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Just order eat what you order. Stop wasting food. And be like my mom and say there's starving children. I won't say in Africa. There's starving children right here that would love your food. Stop wasting it. My mom always used to say there's starving children in Africa. Eat your food. And I was like, well, even if you boxed this up and shipped it to them, it would be bad by the time they got it. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. She was like, stop trying to make logical observations out of my attempt to get you to eat food. And I know it's not like a my kids thing. All kids are like that. But I'm like, oh, come on now. Just eat. Eat what you order. There are some times though where Crazy's like, "Oh, we gotta try this new place." I was like, "No, we gotta try it without the kids." You know, and then we can bring like leftovers home, and they can try the leftovers because I'm not taking them there, and then they pick something on the menu to eat, and then they don't eat it. So we can go there, and then we can bring them the next time if we think they'll eat it, or if they like the leftovers. Ooh, they have a top down view for this next step so that you can see where they put all the little things. Make sure you get the design pattern correct. There's a K pot, one of those like hot pot places, opened a couple months ago, not too far from us. And it's expensive though, so I don't think I would take the kids there anyway. But I really want to go and try them out. Okay, so we're like this. The first one is like that. Then the second one is like this. Then this one like this. I remember years ago when I was babysitting my siblings, my mom bought us all this big ready made lasagna to have for tea. They didn't have the super cheap one that she'd normally have gotten us, so she got the next one up, and we all absolutely hated it. Right, yeah, like I can taste the seasoning. I can taste that it's not just, the lowest form of this kind. Yeah, like it should be plain. Why can we taste the seasoning? Like I can hardly get on to my kids about eating, like not eating a lot of things because I don't eat a lot of things. Like I have issues with food texture and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't care what you eat, but whatever you order, you should eat. Like that's all I care about. Is that if you order it, you should eat it. Okay, that looks correct. I guess I could see if I could bring you guys a smidgen closer. Sorry, I'm like, how can I get a better view without being like totally messed up? I guess that's a little better. Mom was not happy when she got home and we eat all sorts of different meals for tea and said, yeah, she's like, no, I had plans for those other meals and now I just have this weird lasagna that obviously nobody's going to eat. That's one of the only reasons I make the kids ask before they eat something. It's not that I'm going to tell you no, you can't eat. It's more along the lines of like I may have plans for that in like in a meal. So, can you just tell me what you're attempting to eat before eat it? The dog was like, it was the only person in the house that would eat it. I believe that. So we did like a little bone thingy there. I mean, the only time they get told no, you can't eat is when it's like, Mom, I'm hungry. And I'm like, well, dinner's going to be done in like 20 minutes. And they're like, but I'm starving. Good. Then you'll actually eat dinner. Like, they don't really get told no, you can't eat. You know, they maybe get told you can't eat that specific thing because I have plans for it, like in a recipe, or like not now because of what time you're asking for a snack. But I was cutting like vegetables up to put in dinner the other day, and I ate one of the pieces I cut up, and then after I added it to the mix, we had like rolls left over that we brought home from a restaurant. I ate one of those, and Boy Wonder's like, "Hey, you shouldn't be eating. It's too close to dinner." And Crazy was like, "Your mother will finish her meal, unlike you guys. Like this is not. These rules are not one size fits all." Okay, we're here, and then they want a space and this. Yeah, he was like, when you start eating your dinner, even if you have a snack before dinner, then we can talk about it. But for now, you worry about you." Fantasy's class ring should come in the mail today. Okay, nope, I'm not at the right place. Return it some more. I think those are going to be extra, but I'm not sure. Not positive. Okay, this piece. This, and then this. Is this going to be our dino dig area, maybe? Yet there was another time that she'd bought us the right lasagna, and the kids liked it so much that by the time I'd finished serving up for them, the first had asked about seconds, and someone else for a drink, and then another one wanted seconds, and it just kept going. My brother got to thirds, and while I was getting him it, Jasper got on my seat at the table and ate my portion. Oh no! Sneaky puppers, sneaky puppers. Noodle is like that. If you leave your plate at the table and it's something she really likes, she will get up there just like a dog and attempt to like steal your dinner. She's like, "Why, yes, thank you for leaving this here for me. That was so kind of you." Okay, then we do this. It actually has it, like this, but because it went right there, the way I had everything set up, I didn't worry too much about it. It says, "This is only the second time we have released a Lego modular building set with an expanded width, 48 bricks wide instead of the standard 32. I think the other one is the bookstore, which I have over there. I'm pretty sure it's the other one. Maybe not. It must be then the courtyard one where it has like the three buildings because I have that one too. What is it? Lego. Oh, Lego modular buildings list. I think it's the only time I've ever been truly livid with Jasper. He was my best friend, and I can't think of another time that I've ever been annoyed with him that was actually his fault, right? Because sometimes, it's dogs being dogs, and you really can't get annoyed with them, but you're like, oh, I was so looking forward to that food, and he just snuck up there and took it. So I have the Parisian restaurant. Assembly Square must be the other one that's 48 instead of 32. Yeah, I have the Parisian restaurant, Assembly Square, the downtown diner, Crazy did the corner garage, and I have the bookshop, the police station, the hotel, the jazz club, and now the Natural History Museum. And then I need to get Tudor Corner. But all the other ones I don't have. That's not to say I don't have them like on my wish list on Amazon. Right? Like you all are sitting at the table and I know you see him hopping up here to eat my food, but you're just glad he's not eating yours and so you don't say anything. Little runts. You runty runt runts. So I always joke that I'm the mean mom because I like didn't carry their book bags. I made them make their own lunches and stuff, but I also wouldn't share my food with them. You're like at a restaurant, yes, because until they were old enough to even share a kid's meal, it's whatever. But like at home, where I made their own plate, I wouldn't share my food because it was always, but it tastes better on your plate than mine, but it was the exact same thing. So I wouldn't share my plate. I'm like, nope, you have your own food right there. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you wouldn't share your food with your kid. I shared my body with them for 9 months. That's enough. Thank you very much. You do what you want to do, and I like you're not wrong for doing it. I just wouldn't do it. I learned after that I put mine in the microwave. Yes. So sometimes we have to do that with the cat. Like put it in the microwave. It's the ultimate cat proof box. But I did see, and I guess it's the how easy the microwave opens. Like this particular model of yeah, like I very rarely share anything with them. Like if we're walking around, you want a drink, you can have a sip of mine, whatever. But like not whole meals or things like that, or it's like my snack. No, I'm not sharing with you. No, thank you. People are like, oh my God, I can't. No, listen, they don't want to share with me. Why do I always have to share with them? No, thank you. No, thank you. A lick of ice cream when they were really little, like one spoonful of ice cream because they were really little, too little to have their own. Okay, fine, whatever. But once they got big enough where if I bought like the kid size, I could split it between them, then there was definitely no sharing after that. Even in public, I'm like, nope, you can share this. Like, I'm not doing it. Anyway, I saw this video of this lady had to get like one of those kid proof lock things that you put on the fridge and put it on her microwave because the type of microwave she had like opened really easily and the cat would just open the microwave and get inside whatever she had put in there to keep away from him. She would just he would just open the microwave door. She had to get a like little microwave lock for it and he was pissed. Like he's like got his little paw and he's gripping. He almost pulls the whole microwave off the counter. I was like, that is either one strong cat or that's like one of those super lightweight microwaves. Or maybe the little things on the bottom are more like slip instead of stop non slip. They're just like slip grip. It slides very easily. I used to put Joe in his playpen and go sit at the bottom of the stairs and eat my snack. Yes, I used to like hide myself in the laundry room. I would just like shut the laundry room door and be like, yes, yes. Or eat it when they were having nap time. Okay, I'm going to turn this not quite the way they have it in the picture, but it'll help me figure out where the pieces go better. Well, now we gotta lift this up a little bit again because we have to get like the whole picture. So bear with me while I figure that out. Come on. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get without like the light getting in the way of this camera. Okay, so they want this. I feel like I'm always moving the camera on you guys. Sorry if I make anybody motion sick with my camera movements. It said 3 dots. Oh, I see. I missed the dot. I used to do the high chair too. I would clip them in the high chair. You eat your snack in front of you, and I'll eat my snack in front of me. At one point, if Joe heard the microwave ding and didn't get anything or see he was about to get something, he'd start crying. Yeah, like yeah, he was Pavloved. Oh, sorry. Well, it's been so rainy here, and the rain just makes me want to like stay in bed all day. Like, nope, it's dark outside still. I don't have to get up yet. Like, I guess it would be warm enough. It's muggy. Uh, it was like 60 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Sorry, I don't know the conversion. It was 60 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is, I guess I can look it up. Um, F2. See. So if it's like 60 degrees here, it's like 15.55 for you, like 15 and a half degrees for you. Um, according to like Google. Um, with like a high of 70, which would be 21 for you. So it's not like I couldn't wear shorts, but I'm inside and it is not as warm inside as it is outside. And I guess I could turn the air conditioner off. Like we have it set to where it stays within a range, you know? Um, but I don't know. Plus I just felt like wearing sweats and being all like comfy cozy, you know? But yeah, if I was going to be like outside most of the day, I would have probably worn shorts. But like our backyard is like going to take forever to dry out because it's raining so much. I'm just glad we technically don't live in a floodplain. Like there are places near us. I say near us, like within 20 minutes. We're on 58 right now. Went out earlier. I didn't feel like I should change. Yeah. And like it's all based on personal preference. Crazy wears shorts like all the time, but he runs like hot, so he always feels really warm. So to him, it's not the same, you know. Like I may be cold and have a sweatshirt on, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's got shorts on. So you know, it's all personal preference, really. Like even during the winter, if he comes home from work and changes and we're not going anywhere, he'll put on shorts. Like because it's warm enough in the house that it doesn't bother. But my hands have finally warmed up from what they were earlier, so I'm just happy with that. 6. Ooh, Carrot is rating in with 24 people. VI here. Oh, that's. I mean, it is what I need that, but it's not the one I thought it was when I picked it up. Welcome in, Carrot. Keratin Raiders. Yes, this is the one I'm looking for this time. Welcome in. Carrot doing his little dance. Welcome in, Rabbit. I have to watch this way if I need to shout anybody out who's not like on my auto shout outs. Um if you don't know me, I am Book Loving Builder. I do crafts and Lego and video games and whatever strikes my fancy that day, really. Um or I don't know what I want to do and then I just let chat decide. Welcome in, Practical Porsche. I don't remember if you stream or not. I think so. If not, we'll just roll with it. You get a shout out anyway. Today we have started the Natural History Museum, and we will be doing this for like the next couple weeks. I still do video games on Sundays, but I do this then during the week, unless a redeem has been done, and then we reevaluate. But yes, I do the things, and I don't know what I'm doing like 65% of the time. But we welcome you all in to the cozy chaos that is this place. If you stream, let me know. I will make sure to give you a follow and give you a shout out. There are so many people who stream; it's hard to like keep up. If unless I know you know you. But yes, welcome in. Feel free to tell me about yourself. Carrot, how did the rest of your sewing escapades go? And I know that, you may have to raid and run. That is fine. Always take care of yourself, your mental health, eat, nap, get drinks, go potty, all the things. We are on, I think, bag 3. And this set is just over 4,000 pieces. But last week was our in between big sets week where we kind of just did whatever and nothing all at the same time. We built two little sets, did some cross stitching, played some games, just hung out. This past Sunday, I did a co-stream with Wargaming Recon, and we both built the new night bus, because I have the old night bus. I was lurking in Carrots earlier, which now means I'm lurking in my own. I gotta find a new person to lurk in. Okay, there we go. Now I'm not lurking in myself. I mean, if I was doing something that got me drops, I would just continue to lurk in my own stream, but I am not. Yes, tell me how everyone is, what you've been up to. I've lately I've been finding my notifications aren't fantastic on Twitch. I keep missing people um because I don't seem to be getting like the notifications. I don't know if I need to like turn them off for a little bit and then turn them back on. Like I feel like um some of the people I'm only really catching that they're live because of somebody else's Discord. You know, like a Discord message coming up saying, "Hey, so and so is live." And I'm like, "Oh, but I'm not really getting it from Twitch." I don't know if anybody else is having that problem or has had that problem in the past. I caught the wishy-washy. I did not look at this week's quests for the Pokey game. Not that I ever really like try to do them anyway, but but yes, please do stick around. Although I know I am not everybody's cup of tea. Um, or you may be wanting to watch more cross stitching. So if you may go find someone else if you hang around. Thank you very much. I guess they want it like that. Yeah. We have a piece of cheese. Does that mean we're gonna have a mousey? No, we're gonna have a toilet. We're going to build a toilet. I always think it's I don't know, cool or neat, whatever. I'm old. When we put like toilets and bathrooms and stuff in the set. Welcome in, Medusa. Hopefully you have been well. Yeah, I always think it's like, I don't know, cool, neat, whatever. I'm old. When we put bathrooms in places, I'm like, haha, I just built a toilet out of Legos. Check out my shower. It's made out of Lego. Look, it even has toilet bowl water. It says, "Oh no, who knocked over the pottery?" Yes, the long weekend was nice, but I know it's going to mess me up. Because then my brain is going to be like, it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. Okay, I got to zoom in a little bit on this. Okay. I thought that's what they wanted, but I was like, let me zoom in and make sure. Because they want this piece like standing up, which is definitely different. Come on. There we go. Put that one too far forward. So it's where last week was one kid's last day of school, and then this week, like this Friday, will be the other kid's last, like last Friday, this Friday. So we are, working towards that. I might have ordered a Lego set over the weekend, even though I said I wouldn't. I won't tell anybody. Listen, I put these Dobby headband ears on Sunday because they got redeemed. And I was like, I wonder if they still even have any, because when they first came out on the Harry Potter like website, they had like 8 different kinds or something like that. They had a lot. And so I got on there and they were on sale for $10 a piece because of the Memorial Day. Everybody put stuff on sale. I might have ordered 5 different pairs. So now I have one coming that has the sorting hat on top, one that has Norbert on top. Like it doesn't have Dobby ears, but it has like Norbert on top. It has Fox on top, one that has one of the little climbing plant things on the side. Yeah, I may have ordered 5 different pairs of headbands, but they used to be $25 a piece, and they were on sale for $10 a piece. So I got 5 for the price of 2. I figured that was a sale I couldn't pass up. Yeah, so I'm excited now. I got these the Christmas before last. Crazy got me them as one of my Christmas presents. Well, like when they first came out, I bought my set at Barnes and Noble since they had double stamps and I had a gift card. Right, so like you got extra stamps, which stamps equal money, and you had a gift card, so technically part of it was free. So I go back and forth on the Pac-Man set. I'm like, should I get it? Shouldn't I? Because I don't really have any of the other like video game sets. But I go back and forth on that and the Atari set. Like, should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? Should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? You know. And I guess I really base it on how bad I want other things. Right? Like, so that it's perfect for you. Yeah, I just judge it or base it on how bad I want other sets. Like, you know. Okay, so we need this piece here, and then this one, and then, oh, I was supposed to grab 4 of those, so 3 more. There we go. Okay. Then it looks like one of these. No, it couldn't be one of those, cuz your back is hurting. Oh no, Alex, that's no Gouda. My back was weird last night, but I think it's because I like slept funny. Because I'm old, you know, you only have to sleep slightly off kilter, and then you're like, I can't walk. Yeah, it was hard because I went to get Gringotts, but I think you can only get that set at Lego and Amazon maybe. I don't know. I can double check. I don't know if it's considered a exclusive or not. I don't remember. Let's double check real quick. I got Gringotts from Lego, but I think I used some points to make it a little bit cheaper. Or I got it on sale or something. I don't remember. But let's see. Gringotts. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I don't see the tag exclusive underneath, but let me check one different way. Exclusives. Like normally it'll say like in the tag, it'll say exclusives. Like according to the Lego website, this set was an exclusive. Yep, it is. Okay. This, the Milky Way, Gringotts, the Steam, like the Riverboat, the new Belle and Beauty and the Beast Castle, the Lord of the Rings, the Shire, the shuttle carrier aircraft they just came out with, Jango Fett's ship, the Tudor Corner, the Botanical Garden, the big Lord of the Rings set, Diagon Alley, Jaws, the Tower Eye thing from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. That okay, so there's like 7 pages of stuff that's exclusive. Um I wind up using my points for like the more expensive stuff to like bring it down to a more reasonable level. Because that's what I did with the D&D set. I used my Lego points to make the set more wallet friendly. I don't know how else to put that. Okay, well that doesn't. Okay, it is back one. It's like that doesn't reach. Yeah, that's what I do. I wait for like double points weekends. Like double points or when they have several gift with purchases. So we covered up our little bone dig and our little piece of cheese. Yeah. Yeah, double points and free gift at the same time. Excellent. Um also, so I use a website or it's an app slash website called Ibotta. If you go to the Ibotta website or on the app, click it first and have it send you to the Lego website. then you earn so much percentage back through Ibotta. Like sometimes it's only like 2%, but I've also gotten it where it's been like 8%. And while that's not a whole lot, it's something compared to nothing. So I still get my Lego points, and then I get the cash back from Ibotta too. And well, the way Ibotta works is you can have stuff put on gift cards or the money just sent to your bank account. You have to reach $20 first, but I use it for like grocery shopping and stuff, like coupons when you grocery shop. Yeah, I use something similar with my credit card. That's right. Like, is it a lot? No, but it's also not nothing, you know? So, but yeah, some credit cards have it. Some banks even have it like with your ATM debit card the same way. It just depends on your bank. Okay, I'm going to turn this because they did so I can see where I'm putting things. Yeah, like logically, I know it's not a lot, but it's also not nothing, and all those little times add up. So, yeah, like, is it a lot at one go? No, but all those little things add up into, you know, a significant amount. Like, it'll have, like you go on there and it's like you can get 50 cents off a jar of Frito-Lay salsa or whatever, or if you buy 2 bags of chips you get $1 back. Okay, so that's only $1.50, but if I do $1.50 this time and $1.50 next time and next time, you know what I mean? I get all those little things add up. And then before you know it, you've earned like $60 in cash back. Like there are a couple different programs that you can do that through. Do you make your own emotes, Medusa? I have Canva that I use to make like all my stuff for Fourth Wall, and they have like I don't know what to call it to make it sound correct. I don't know, but like they have all the sorry, while I try to figure out the word that's correct. Like if you want to make a t-shirt, you go down and you choose t-shirt and it gives you kind of like a template. There's the word I was looking for, template. No, I go to a couple different artists. Okay. Um it has a template for emotes on Canva, and I kind of threw one together, but I'm not sure I even did it right. Like so I haven't like put it on my Twitch or anything like that. I was like, there's a word for it. What is the word? Template. I got it. Oh, now we doing flowers. I'm just gonna mogate all these leaves. I'm not even gonna attempt to count them. So we want one leaf that way, one leaf this way, flower in the middle. And then we want, yeah, because We want it to only look like 5 leaves, so we want that leaf overlapped. So we're going to put that one there. We're going to have ads in about 30 minutes, and I have started where I try not to build doing ads, that way nobody misses anything. Not to say I don't talk to people doing ads, but like I try not to build doing ads. Okay, no, that's one too far down. There we go. And this has a top-down view too, so you can see, make sure you're doing it right. If you have turbo or you're subbed, of course you won't have ads. Not a ploy to sub, just a fact. So we got one done. So this is our little flower thing. It just says ads starting soon. What is soon? Soon is now. Okay, I just put those together because they were in my hand. But yes. So I kind of did one, but again, I don't know if I did it right. I guess I need to like download it and see what it looks like. Because you can drop them in the slot, but then not actually like request that Twitch approve them just to see if they work right or whatever. I guess I need to download it and make sure that it is actually working correctly. But hopefully everybody's been having, a good day and is doing well. Where can you find a 70-foot alley adorned with an unconventional and sticky form of art? I'm going to a Harry Potter immersive movie event next week, but Brickworld is the following week. Oh, could you do like a mix? Could you do like a mix of the two? Like Slytherin themed bricks? Or, like something like that? Maybe take inspiration from like the banner things, the banner house things that Lego did. Yeah, like still be Harry Potter things, but maybe they look more brick shaped. Like a chair that was chewing gum wall in Seattle. That is disgusting. I am not interested in seeing a wall of chewed gum. That is not art. That is bacteria. And I'm not even like one of those people who's scared of the germs, but that's just ooh. But yeah, you know how they make like a chair out of bricks? It's more like you can tell that it's bricks, but like take influence from like Harry Potter sets. I took mine off yesterday and then this nail broke because of course it did. And when it broke, it kind of like cut the skin a little bit. So I'm waiting a day or two till that's not so red and angry, and then I'll put new ones on. I know there's more than one, so it may not be Seattle one. I don't care. Ew, that's ew. I came across some art in Italy that was made of chewing gum. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, but like I don't want to be like, ew. Don't get too close. Like, I'm not even like a germaphobe, but I'm like, please don't get too close. So, some art I ran across that I thought was pretty cool. And again, I can't remember the artist's name either, but she has like some kind of special permit to work in the Dead Sea. So she took like a tutu and like super starched it so it looked like there was a ballerina in it, and then hung it on like what is essentially like a large wire hanger and submerged it in the Dead Sea, where it's like a crazy amount of salt content for I forget how long. And then when she pulled it out, the salt crystals had formed all over the tutu, and that was her art. And she submerged like a violin and all this different kind of stuff. But that's her art, is like items that were submerged in the Dead Sea. Let me see if I can find a link for you so you can check it out if you want. Dead Sea artist. I am not even going to attempt to butcher her name because that's just rude. It's like Sigalit Landu, but it says it's like 34% salt content in the Dead Sea. So like you can't swim, you could only really float, and people die every year from trying to swim in it because you swim and your mouth's open, you get that little bit of water in your mouth, but the water or the salt content is so high in that water that it only takes a couple swallows of water to kill you because it throws like the electrolyte imbalance in your body like way off, and then you die, you like lock up and die. So don't, they say just like try to float on your back, don't actually try to swim. But oh, here's her website. So this is her website, but it's pretty cool. She did like a wedding dress, all kinds of stuff. Let me try to find the because she's got like albums based on like the different kind of things she's done. I'm trying to find the album that's just for the saltwater stuff. Yeah, she's got like some special permit that allows her to like work in the Dead Sea. Here's the one for the bridal gown she did. So she, like I said, she left it in the Dead Sea. But there's a like a 3-minute video on YouTube of the ballerina tutu, like the leotard and tutu. It's pretty cool. I ran across it one day just doom scrolling as you do, because what else am I supposed to do with my life? When I'm in the pickup lane for school, nothing too exciting is happening there, so. Nope, I missed a leaf. There we go. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. And I know art is one of those things that's, one person loves it, another person just looks at it and goes, "It's a dot on a canvas. What am I supposed to do with this?" Okay, so we got our two flower beds here. And that was it for bag 3. But yeah, I think it's really interesting, like how the salt like forms. Okay, bag 4. Okay, so for the D&D set, I tried to limit it to like 4 bags a day, and then we did something else with the leftover time. Craft, played a game, just hung out and talked, whatever. Did we like that or no? Or opinions, please? Because yes, it is my stream and I can do whatever I want. If nobody's watching, it defeats the point. So, you know, thoughts, feelings. Okay, we'll look him up. Control, copy, control, pasta. Is that gorilla made of gum? That's cool. Let's see. This is his website. All chewing gum. That's interesting. Go away. I don't want your cookies. So it looks like he does some painting. I was like, wow, that's got to be a lot of gum. That's all I could think of. I was like, oh my god, that's got to be a lot of gum. Here's a better one about the gum ones. Chewing gum sculptures. Yeah, did you use a specific brand of gum? And did you get them to sponsor you so that you didn't have to buy an obscene amount of gum? I mean, don't get me wrong, they look really cool, but I just wonder how much gum that really took. There's like a gum, a giant gorilla, uh, a giraffe, an alligator, a guy hanging from I don't want to say a cliff, but from the edge of a building. And then it moved on to oil paints and stuff, but that's pretty cool. How much gum did that take? I have questions now. All the questions. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, here's one that's specifically just about the chewing gum sculptures. I wonder obviously he didn't chew all the gum, right? That you get TMJ in your jaw. But I wonder what he did. Maybe he just heated the gum up a little bit and it made it more pliable and sculptable. Oh, he puts fiberglass in the chewing gum. So probably as it dries, then it becomes more like solid. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look at that more after stream, or I'll get stuck on it. Yeah, I wonder why he chose to work with that medium. Yeah, like it's an interesting idea, but like what drew you? I saw one thing that said he thought it was interesting because it's the only thing food you put in your mouth but don't swallow. Like you don't actually eat it per se, you just chew it. I'll get sucked down a rabbit hole like in the middle of the stream trying to find answers to all my weird questions. Like, why gum? You know, like, cause certainly that can't be the only reason. But, and like, how did you? Because I guess you could just mush fiberglass into the gum, right? But, like, I would assume you would have to, like, heat it up to make the gum that kind of, like, wet texture to like really get the fiberglass to activate. And then when it dried, I assume it would be kind of like hard. The fiberglass would give it like a more durability. You know, I'll get like down a whole rabbit hole trying to find answers right here in the middle of the stream, and we will not build anything. But yes, I'll have to go back to that after stream and maybe get some answers to the many, many questions I now have in my head. So I joke all the time that like companies need to hire people whose sole job is to ask the weird question. Cuz I look at some stuff like advertisements and I know I they didn't run that through a filter. They did not run that by the right person. Welcome in, Laura. I hope you've been doing well. But yeah, like an ad will come on and I'll be like, ooh, they didn't have one of those people at their company who could go, sir, this is how this goes down to the average person. Don't say it that way. I feel like every company needs that type of person to be like, no, don't do that. Oh, I thought that went there. But nope, it goes here. We made a toilet, Laura. Because every museum needs a bathroom. So Arkansas has this year made this right. I'm always every time we put a bathroom in a set or a shower, I'm always like, haha, they put a potty in there. But on the like realistic things, you know, like museums, the diner, things like that, like I feel like you do need a bathroom. It'd be weird if you expected people to live there with no potty. Even Lego people. We don't know that they don't potty when we're not looking. When your Lego food disappears from your sets because the Lego people ate it overnight. 7, 8, 9. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Arkansas has put together this. They calling it the Arkansas Farm Trail. So there's like 22 different farms, and they got together with the Farm Bureau. And you take your little passport thing and you get it stamped at all the places, and then you can get prizes. Um, we've been visiting them. We did We're up to like 7 stamps or something like that. 3 of them are fairly close to us, so they were easy to get. Joe has just had a cry because he couldn't save the course he'd made on Mario Maker. He was doing it wrong. That sounds about right. Listen, I rage quit Infinity Nikki the other day because I can't jump. And Crazy was like, "Did you just rage quit the outfit game?" And I was like, "Yes, cuz I suck at jumping. And this whole damn course they want me to do is how well can you jump, glide and land? I can't. That's how well. I suck at it." I was like, "I'm done with you. I'll come back later." He's like, "I didn't think you could rage quit those games." I was like, "Well, apparently normal people don't. I just can't do the whole like jump, glide, and then let go at the right time, and I just fall off the cliff and die." So I did go back yesterday, but I just went to a different area on the map. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'll come back to that later. I just like teleported out, and I was like, "Are you sure you want to leave?" Yes, yes, I'm sure. I just want to go back to collecting weird things I find on the ground and making outfits. I don't want to do this. Okay, let's see. This here. So we've already like covered up things. Like there's a piece of cheese over here, and there's like a long bone and a short bone over here. We already have Easter eggy type things. Fantasy was trying to play Ark but got tired of being killed by the spitting dinosaurs, so she decided to join Crazy's server. And he was explaining to her that, when you join the server, it's going to like have you download all the mods they have, and it's going to like say it basically drop you from the server like timeout. You have to click back in and it'll pick up where it ended on downloading the uh the mods. But she must have missed that part, and like half an hour later he went out there and he's like, "Are you ready to play yet?" And she's like, "It's still doing its thing." He's like, "You didn't click back in." And she was like, "Oh." So she just sat there for like a half an hour doing nothing, thinking it was doing something. It wasn't. We all mess up on the video game front at some point, multiple times usually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there should be 5 single squares. 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these, one of these, and then 4 of these. Okay. In here. This. And this. Okay, a bunch of these. I think it's raining again. Again. This rain needs to stop. At this point, we're gonna just float away. Okay. Now, this. Four of these. And then 3 completely flat ones. Nope, you're not a flat one. Neither are you. There you are. He hasn't gotten the game, though. True. So what's frustrating sometimes for me is, like, most games have the same kind of key setup. And then you get to that one game and it's got a different button for that than like every other game you play, and you just keep pressing the button you're used to do whatever, and then you're like, damn it, I've got to, like, you keep messing up because you're pressing the wrong button. There's always that one game that has like a different button. You're like, sir, why you do this to us? He's been talking nonstop about playing Mario Kart on his Switch, and he doesn't just say Mario Kart, either. He full names it. He's got to emphasize. It's very important. It's this game. So I was surprised that this only had one book. I thought they would have broken it up into multiple books, but they did not. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Both me and my little sister have it, but he doesn't, which I think is making him want to play it all the more. Well, I mean, when you're not playing your copy, he could play it. But I get what you're saying. Like, he's trying to do something that he doesn't really have. Okay, yeah, that's right. Did I skip a step somewhere? Oh no, I just skipped part of the step. That's about right. Mine, oh yeah. When you download it, that's some of the reason I don't like to buy the games that way, is because when I have the little chip, then everybody can play it, but when you get just the like downloadable copy, then only the person who downloads can play it. Which I think is frustrating. If it's on the same like console, then I don't think it should matter. They're supposed to be changing that Thank God. Yeah, because I know sometimes it's cheaper, like not immensely cheaper, but a little cheaper to buy like the download version versus the actual thing, the little chip. But then not everybody can use it, right? And I'm not buying the game twice. I don't care how bad the little turdlets want it. I'm not buying the game twice. My Switch came with a download code for it. I do buy carts now, so all three of us can play the games we have. Oh, well, that's. Yeah, I don't know exact details, but family members on an online membership will be able to share games. That's good. I know I saw an article the other day where I guess for the Switch 2 that's coming out, that there's in the fine print that nobody reads that if you try to like modify it or something, like use, I don't know the exact wording, but in there they were saying like if you do certain things that they can like essentially brick your Switch, like make it completely useless. It's just a paperweight now. And I was like, I don't know if I like that. Like I get what you're trying to do is make it so like people can't get games or use like weird mods and stuff that you haven't authorized. But I don't know if I want to buy your product if you can do that. I'd have to go back and like try to find the article again to like read more in detail, but I was like, I don't know if I want that. Come on, get clicky. Yeah, I saw that. They've always been really strict about that kind of stuff, I think. I don't plan on getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, we don't either, but I was just kind of like I think that is going to like be a decision though for like some people it'll be like a factor that they take into account when buying it. It also helps my mom out because I have more spare money, so to speak, than she does. So my little sister gets a new game to play, but yeah. So I don't know if they do it at libraries over there, but libraries here in the United States, you can sometimes borrow video games for like PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. And so I make the kids do that before I buy a game. They have to rent it so many times and actively play it before I'll spend the money. Always let the new consoles have a cycle with. Yeah, yeah. I don't like run out and buy them right away. They didn't get a Switch for a long time. All their friends had Switches and stuff like that, and I was like, no. And then I got one, and they had to share it. Um, and then Crazy went on a deployment to New Jersey to help with like refugees coming into the country, and he bought one to like pass time when he wasn't working. So then he gave it to you know, then they each had one, but we didn't get one for quite a while. Yeah, like it's worth checking out if there's like a local library close to you. I did it because I got tired of buying games with the promise, I'll play it, I'll play it, I'll play it. And then they get it and like 15 minutes later they're like, "Oh, it's not what I thought it was." Well, I can't return it. But now I'm stuck with this game you guys really aren't playing. So, and GameStop will trade in, but you're not getting very much. But yeah, I know the library on base has quite a few. So Boy Wonder borrows them from them quite often. The next step says, "Oh dear, someone has clearly been to the 10278 police station's donut shop and has left a sticky snack on the bench." There's a donut on the bench. I like when they like reference other sets. That's the other thing with the physical over digital. You can sell them when you're done. It's just not sat in your digital library forever. So if they borrow a game from the library and then it turns out they don't like it and they're never going to rent it again, I just go in and delete the content from their Switch. But if it's something they're going to rent again, play again, want me to buy, then I leave it on there. But yeah, that is nice. I mean, then you have at least have the attempt to get a little bit of your money back. Thank you, Kevin. I hope your work day is going good. So that was all 4 bags. So we have 20 minutes ish left. We can revert to watching me struggle to cross stitch. I think when I'm done with that color strand, I'm gonna really try to go to a different one that has more like connected. It's still not like trying to go all over Timbuktu to find the next one. I'm gonna put her here so I don't lose her. Oh, that's not what I want. This is. Switch to makers and crafting. So Thursday stream is gonna be a little weird because the kids started physical therapy last week. So the first couple of appointments, you got to take what they have available. Um so tomorrow they have it both at the same time, but Thursday his is at like 9:30 in the morning and hers is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would get us home a little after 10:30. So I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to stream. I might. Or I might just wait and stream till after I get home from her physical therapy. Like around 3:30. Um I'm not sure. So, but yeah, like I said, Thursday's gonna be weird. I don't know if maybe I'll just stream tomorrow instead, like a 10:30 to 1:30 kind of deal, or again after I get back from their thing. I don't know. I will keep you guys up to date in Discord. There's the word. The word. Okay, let me put these things kind of underneath my. Well, that's not gonna work. Underneath my desk some so we can get out. But yes, so I know I asked before, but what are your guys' thoughts on the like limiting the bags, like so many bags per stream and then doing something else? Would you prefer I just kept building and till I was run out of time or whatever? Or do you not mind? Do you not have a preference? I have a habit. I get to like building and I get like into it, so then I build really fast. And I try to slow myself down, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I thought the compromise would be like a way to keep the bigger sets kind of like drawn out. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. That's what I did with the D&D set. So the whole time I was building the D&D set, like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I still did my video games on Sunday like normal, but I would build 4 bags, and then with whatever time was left, I just switched to something else. Either a video game, or you could do diamond dots, we could do cross stitch, we could just hang out and talk, whatever. Um but that left like a compromise between the two. This way, if I got into one of those modes where I wasn't really talking and I was just building and I wound up building really fast, I wouldn't build like a crazy amount of bags in one stream. Kind of like a, you know, like I said, like a words. But yeah, so I was like, I didn't mind it. I thought it was, a good kind of medium. But then I was like, if nobody's here watching, it doesn't matter what I think. Like, if people are like, no, I wish you would rather just, like, keep doing, then it doesn't really matter what I think. And I try to pull my camera down so you guys get, like, a better. Gotta bear with me while I yank the camera into place. Yeah, it's like, draw it out a little bit. Because I'm still horrible. I still, as what my husband calls speed build, where I'm like, all the pieces. Okay, I'm done. But that set was 2,000 pieces, and you did it in an hour and a half. I know. Aren't you proud? It's so cool. Okay, I did that. Then I went up here. Yes, that should connect. Woohoo! We connected the way we were supposed to. So I said it before, and I probably said it like 5 times, really. On big crochets, on big cross stitches like this, the first color can be hard because for me, I always start like in the center of the pattern, and then you have to just like pick a color. And so your stitches are like all over the place usually. Um, Very rarely do I find a pattern where it's like you can use one color relatively close to each other and move around. It's usually like this, where it's like 3 here, 2 over there, 1 over there, this connects over here, and then around and around. Um, but hopefully, I think this blue, I think I've gotten close enough on some of these stitches that I can switch to one of these other blues with the next strand, and then it'll do like a big block. So, but this first one has taken me a bit of time because I have to play the Find It game. And then I stopped the one day and I looked up like on Amazon a board, like a magnet board to use to like put the pattern on. And then it had like a little like line thing you could put like under the line where you were, or like focus on this block in this in the cross stitch. And then I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I hearted it, put it in my wish list, whatever you want to call it. And then when I went to back to buy it this weekend, they were sold out. So now I've been trying to find something similar to it, like somewhere else, but not having much luck without it being like crazy expensive. So I don't know, if it's something that they're kind of phasing out, so you only have the people who bought a bunch and are now trying to resell them. Joe is about to have the game he's been talking about. I bought him it the other day, but then I bought another game from the same seller and didn't see I had a message from them until just now about combined postage. They're woohoo! That's fantastic. I love when sellers allow you to combine postage. So Fantasy School sent home the stuff to buy like class rings. Um, because she'll be a junior next year. Um, and they all their paperwork was about one website. And I went there and it was crazy. Like $400 crazy for a class ring. And I was like, we're either going to have to find somewhere else to get you one that you like, or you're just going to have to go without because I'm not paying $400 for a class ring. Like, as an adult, I don't know many people who know where their class ring is who got one. So we wound up finding a lady on Etsy, which I know is probably counterproductive because she's not crafting that ring herself. You know, she is definitely outsourcing the making of that ring and then shipping it to us. So I know that. I am under no illusion that she's in her house crafting this ring. Especially since I've seen it on like 4 other websites. But we found it for like just over $100, which I could deal with. Plus, you know, Etsy allows you to break it up into payments if you qualify, whatever. Um, so we did that. So it should come today in the mail. But I was like, girl, I only paid maybe like $150 for my class ring. Granted, that was 20 some years ago, but it's a class ring. It shouldn't be $400. And I know I've other people have said that they paid a lot for theirs too. Listen, I was broke growing up. There's no way my mom would have scrimped together $400 for a class ring. I just would have went without. Uh, and I was like, I want you to have all the experiences, but also I don't want to be broke like than I am. So, like I said, we wound up finding one that was more in our price range. Okay, two, then we went down at an angle two, right? Oh, well, we really went down one because the other one was already there. Yeah, so we went, like I said, I am under no illusion that based on this type of ring and the fact that I saw it on multiple websites when we were searching, that this lady on Etsy is like hand making the ring. I'm not underneath that illusion, but also I kind of don't care because I found it for a price that was acceptable. I got excited and then put that at the wrong spot. Like on Etsy, sometimes I do take into account that, like for certain things and other things I know they're not making, they're outsourcing it to some other website and then, upcharging it to keep the difference. Okay, what are you doing there, string? There we go. Yeah, her school has some weird ideas. I feel like they find the most expensive places like for class pictures, for like their yearbooks, all the stuff. I was like, what happened to Life Touch that was really cheap? Was the quality superb? Probably not, but also it was affordable. I feel like her school has a like pick just crazy stuff. So at the beginning of the year, you have to fill out, of course, all this paperwork. And so I filled out all the paperwork and I circled that her picture could be taken but not put on the school's social media site. Like it could be taken and then put in the yearbook. Twice this year, I've had to call the school because I found her picture on their social media page. Oh, it was a mistake. Okay, first time. You've done it twice now. Asterisk her name real freaking big. Stop putting her face on your social media pages. If I want her to be on social media or her face to be on social media, that's for me to do, not for you to do. Okay, I'm getting confused here. They were. We did this, then we went up here to this. Then we went one down, second down, connected to this. Yes, then we want to go up here, then up. Oh, okay. I see what happened. The other, I was like, that's three apart, not two. The other one is very similar in color. So when I was counting the squares in between, I kept thinking I was messing up. There we go. Yeah, so they wanted like $75 for a yearbook. And I had asked her at the beginning of the year, "Do you want a yearbook?" No. Guess what she asked for 2 weeks ago? "Can you give me money for a yearbook?" No, because I asked you all school year if you wanted one, and you kept saying no. Now the order period is canceled, and of course, because you have to bank on the fact that they bought extra, they're also charging you more. Okay, phone, have your spaz attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! We're where we're supposed to be. Two up, a space, and then one. Yeah. We picked this area when we bought a house because the school district is really good, but they also have some weird ideas about like what the average person can afford. Okay, then we do like a roundy robin thing. So I am still fiddling with the camera about like what is too close and what is good. So I am sorry if this is like crazy and you're like, wow, if she backed up like at least 3 inches, it would be much better. Some of it is trying to figure out like how far before like it pops up in like what I affectionately call my me camera. Oh no, no bites. Mommy is friend, not food. Mommy is friend, not food. So when my oldest was really little, he used to like on the couch, I would sit with my back facing the like arm of the couch, and then I would put one leg up, and he liked to lay like right there against my leg. The one day he turned around, like we're not even really like interacting. He's watching whatever shows on TV, and he just rolled over and bit the inside of my thigh where it's real soft and tender. Like you need to do very little before it hurts a lot. And I was like, it was that kind of a thing. Like you don't even realize you did it. Like he bit, and I just went whack. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just smacked you, but like it stunned the both of us. But he never bit the inside of my leg again. I had a cousin who was a biter, and that kid would bite to draw blood. Okay, yes, I did that right. 1, 2, 3 spaces. I feel like every family has that one kid who's a biter. Okay, we want to make like an upside down L thing. Okay, one more with this color. Then we'll end this thread. And then I will see if we can indeed switch to one of the blues that's like in a big chunk. I'd made a noise and pretended to bite him, and he started getting upset. I explained that I hadn't bit him and said that for him to do it to me, expecting him to make the noise and pretend like I did, he was like, "Nope, he just bit me." If you don't phrase it right, he might have took it as you saying you wanted him to act right. Like it depends on how they hear it. You mean one thing, but they hear another. But yeah, ooh, yeah, it's never fun when that actually happens. Okay, so we did all this jumpy stuff, which is really part of this tree here. These one of these greens here we did like jumped all around. But I think we did enough jumping that I can do like these V's and threes and get like a chunk of this done. And these are like the half cross stitch, so it's just instead of being an X, it's just one way. I do mine from top left to bottom right or bottom right to top left, but that direction. They say you can do it either, just be consistent with whichever way you do it. So V's look closest. That's 809. Yeah, like he just didn't understand what you were saying. That's 415. It should be 435, 437, 469, then 471. There we go. And V was 800. So okay, it's probably over here then. In the new ones I had to buy. I gotta find the end. I doubt this is it, but we're gonna roll with it. It's probably gonna mess up the thing. It's like this is not it, but we're doing it anyway. Fine, be that way. I don't care. This is not my normal craft scissor. It's just the one I grabbed. Ah, okay, of course, stitch in two strands. I need to add a sound effect to the ads coming soon because sometimes I miss it during like when I'm doing like cross stitch or I mean even when I'm Lego building sometimes I miss it. I need to get like a and maybe a sound effect that only I hear because I think there's a way to do that where like just the streamer hears it, not like everybody. Okay, this is V's. I just looked at it, but I want to make sure. No, threes. Sorry, threes. It's a good thing I did triple check. So the threes are all around here. So we started right there. So in theory, there should be just some up this way and then whoop all around. I'm going to start closest and I can always work my way back to it. But so here, so like right here. Okay, two. I know I'm out of frame, but um, I gotta hold my finger underneath there of these first couple stitches, and then I will put it back, where you guys can see it. Plus, you're still in ads for most of you, so. Okay, that should put us good. Unless it decides to not. So I did here, here. Okay, so these. Yep, and then your L. Okay, so you guys are back. So this is the half cross stitch. You only do it in one direction. Um, so sometimes I can make the needle work the way I want it to, and other times not so much. Okay, yep, it is to the. Okay, so. But there's a ton of this, so this is allow us to do like a big swath of it. Um, and stop jumping around for a moment. So, this other one I finished had half cross stitches in it too to make it look like the grass. So this is kind of how they look like when they're done. I have not ironed this one. It is still all crinkly, but that's how they look. Like up close and then like in comparison how it looks compared to like normal cross stitch with back stitching and stuff. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they do like the half crotch stitching to create like a shading effect. So like it's there but it's not. Sorry, I did this and then I was like, okay, now where am I? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Maybe 3, 2. Okay. So that's where we are. Okay. But oh, my needle's like nope, and just fell back out the backside. Okay, Mr. Needle, that's enough of that. So sometimes you can get it to cooperate. You can like bend the fabric just enough so that you push the needle through and then you don't have to do like the up and down. Sometimes it's easier than others, and sometimes I'm just concentrating better than other times. I didn't do it that time because that gets us back to here, so. Okay. So we want on top of that one. And then thoughts in my mind. My head, my head. So I'll go back with the starter threads and make sure they're pulled tight and probably tuck them myself, you know, like make sure they're yeah, cuz this that was like the first stitch. So I'll make sure that these get tucked up underneath properly. Like that one kind of did, it got caught in other stitches. But I'll pull this one through like these couple stitches to make sure that it gets tucked properly and doesn't come loose later. Did I? I think I did. I assumed that this was all filled in, but I guess not. Okay, so this was our high point. Then we skipped 3. 1, 2, 3. We did 2. We skipped 1. And then take that. I put it butt first. I'm trying to make like a defining line so that way I can like match up and go. Nothing to lose. Just but I guess that's good enough. I made like a, I was definitely doing things here, kind of a line. So if we do 2 and then 3, 2 2s and then a 3. So sometimes a thimble is better in this aspect because I did just jam uh my finger on the back of the needle, and now my finger's like, no, we don't want to do that anymore. There we go. And I shouldn't have gone that direction. You know, it helps if you're thinking about what you're doing instead of just talking about what you should do. Okay, so we did 2, 2, 2, 3. Then we skip 2 and do 1 down here. This meshes, it's like the skyline hitting the village, so you kind of got to go like up and down, like where the buildings meet or the trees meet. Then straight up even. I kind of missed the. I went 1.5 instead of 1. But I suppose I don't have to get a giant magnet board as long as it fits behind this page, and then I can use the little strips of magnet you put on top to like form a box essentially, and you so you keep where you are. One should have been 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So the next one should be 4, and then 2, 2. Sorry, I'm sure this is not the most interesting, especially watching me like constantly undo and redo and undo and redo. Let's let us find somebody to raid into. Um, because it is that time. Let's see who is on. Thank you for hanging out, especially with like my inconsistency. I'm bad. Um, we can raid into RC Spaceport. He looks like he's doing some 3D printing and working on a model. So like he's got one camera pointed at his 3D printer so you can see it printing, but he's also like on his bigger screen building like a Gundam or something. So let us raid in there. Let's switch to stream ending. Raid channel. Um Fargonaut followed 2 days ago. So thank you to them, and thank you to Carrot for raiding in today. Always appreciate the raids. And thank you to all the lurkers. And thank you to everybody who was here and chatting and talking. Just thank you to everybody. Oh, where are you? Yes, I'm followed. Oh, I think I'm just gonna RC. There we go. He wasn't like coming up on my list for some reason. There we go. Let's do raid. Not that. RC space port. And then make sure I spelled it right. Because just because I spell it out in my head doesn't mean those are the keys I hit. Thank you again to everyone. If you, especially if you hung out from the raid and you didn't know who I was, I know sometimes that's a gamble. You're like, where is the person I like taking me? But thank you so much. We'll be back either tomorrow or Thursday. Like I said, I'll keep up to date in Discord. But yeah, we'll do more of the Natural History Museum, and then whatever with the leftover time. I appreciate everyone who comes and hangs out and sticks around. I know we get our favorites and then we just go wherever they take us. But I appreciate it a lot. I hope all of you have a good rest of the day and week until I see you again. Thank you so much.